Hello friends, welcome to yet another fascinating session of Wisdom Zone. This is Shubro, and friends, in today's video I'm going to discuss a very important topic, because in today's video I'm going to discuss the correct use of some and any. So it is my earnest request to all of you, please watch this video to learn where to use some and where to use any. And if you still haven't subscribed to this channel, please do not wait, immediately go ahead and subscribe to Wisdom Zone and hit the bell icon to get the first notification. So without wasting any more time, let's get started. So friends, welcome back once again to this captivating session, and as you have already guessed it, today I have a very important discussion, because in today's video I'm going to show you how to use some and any in English. It is quite imperative, as you know. So without wasting any more time, let's get started. So friends, you must be eager to know where to use some and where to use any and how to use them, because it's a common confusion people have. They face problems, they often get confused while using any and some, find it really difficult to use both of them, and they really get confused where to use. So let me tell you, any and some both are very important. They are called determiners. So let me give you a brief idea about determiner. Determiner in grammar is a word that is used before a noun to show which particular example of the noun you are referring to. So that's called a determiner. So I hope you have understood. A determiner is a word that is used to signify which thing you are referring to, whether you are referring to one thing or several. So that's called a determiner. So as I already mentioned, any and some both are quite important determiners. So at first I'm going to discuss some. As you see, some is used to refer to a quantity of something or a number of people or things. When the quantity is unknown, that time you use some. So when you want to refer to a quantity of something or a number of people or things, when the quantity is unknown or not known to you, that time you can refer it by using some. So let me tell you, we use some mostly in case of positive context. So in case of positive context, in order to make affirmative sentences, that means positive sentences, we use some. So just remember that it is used only in case of affirmative sentences in positive context, and we use some in case of both countable and uncountable nouns. That is very important. We can use some in case of both countable and uncountable nouns. So as you see the first example, I want some cash. So here I'm using cash. So again you see the next one, she bought some books. So like this way you can use some. So I'm quite sure it's clear. We use some to make affirmative or positive sentences. So up next I'm going to show you some more examples, but let me tell you, you need to note that it is used with uncountable nouns and they are always singular. The form is always singular when you are using it with uncountable nouns. So as you see the example, I have some money. So money is uncountable obviously, and I'm using some before that. And obviously you cannot make it plural because it takes a singular form. Money is money, it is uncountable. See the next example, please give me some time. So again time is uncountable, so I'm using some before this to signify that you want some time. I'm quite sure it's clear. Let me show you the next example. There is some milk in the bottle. Again you see milk is uncountable, so that's why I'm using some. So there is some milk in the bottle. So up next we will also see the next important aspect. So you need to also note that it is used with countable nouns and they are always plural. So most of the time when we use some with countable nouns, we use the plural form of the noun. So as you see the example, Sam has some problems. I'm using the plural form, problems. She captured some photos. I'm quite sure it's clear. Again the plural form. I bought some mangoes. Again plural, because I'm using countable noun. I have to use the plural form. So up next I'm going to tell you about any. It is also a determiner, as you know, and it is used to refer no or zero. It is used to refer to no or zero. When you want to signify no or zero, that time you use any. And let me tell you, we use any in order to form negative and interrogative sentences. That means to frame questions. When you want to ask a question, in that kind of sentence you use any. or in case of negative sentences. Normally we don't use them in case of affirmative or positive sentences, but there are some exceptions. I'll come to that later on. I'll show you some examples. Before that, let me also tell you, we use any in case of both countable and uncountable nouns. So let me show you some examples. I don't have any money. So obviously I'm using negative sentence here, so I don't have, so that's why I'm using any. So I can make another interrogative sentence. Do you have any books? So while asking a question also you can use any. So we use to make interrogative sentences, that is to ask question, or to make negative sentences. So let me tell you, you need to note that it is used with uncountable nouns and they are always singular, as you know. She doesn't have any information. So information we cannot change. It is uncountable, it is singular. You can see the next one, that is next example is, do you have any milk? Do you have any milk? This is an interrogative sentence and milk is also uncountable. So obviously it takes the singular, there is no question of making it plural. It is used with countable nouns and they are always plural. When we use any with countable nouns and we use the plural form. As you see the example, the first is on your screen, they don't eat any fruits. So I'm using the plural form. See the next example, do you have any friends? Again I'm asking a question and it is obviously countable noun, so I'm adding s. So do you have any friends, not friend. But there are some exceptions also. We can also say you can come any day. So here any day means it does not matter which day you're talking about. Any one day you can come. So that's why I'm using any here and I'm not adding s. I'm using the singular, and it is also not a negative sentence. It is a general sentence, is a kind of instruction, and it is not a negative sentence or interrogative sentence. This is an exception. Again, you can see another example. Do you have any idea? So again, I can use it in this way. That means I'm talking about any idea, any kind of idea. I don't have to use the plural. So I'm quite sure it's clear. So these are some exceptions where we don't have to add s when you are using any with countable nouns. So I am quite sure you have understood today. I have very clearly explained what's the difference between some and any, and where to use some and where to use any, and how to use them. And I have given several examples so that you don't get confused, clear your all doubts related to the use of some and any. So please go through the examples and try to make sentences, and I'm quite sure these are going to help you to use some and any confidently in your spoken English as well as writing. So I'm quite sure you have liked this video like my other videos. It is my earnest request to all of you, if you still haven't subscribed to this channel, please do not wait, immediately go ahead and subscribe to Wisdom Zone and hit the bell icon. So stay tuned for further informative videos, and please do not forget to like, share, comment and subscribe to Wisdom Zone.